And today, obviously, we're going to be coloring Fred in Paint.net. So you can see I have the Fred Flintstone drawing from before, and I want to pause to show you something. I'll put a new layer in. So I'm pausing the movie here just for a second. And you can see layer 2, that's where the ink is. That's set to multiply. You go to Layer, Properties, Set to Multiply. That way only the ink will be there. Everything else is clear. And then you'll see I put another layer in. Layer 3, it called it. If I wanted to take more time, and if this were like a bigger project where I could get confused, I would do that. So what I did was I selected his face. And then I go down here, and I got a flesh color. And I hit F for fill. That's the fill bucket. Or you can click it. Now, I thought it was maybe just a little too bright, so I toned it down a bit. Then we hit Control D and zoom in. Oops, I accidentally hit it again. No problem. Control Z is our friend. Just takes everything out. And what you'll notice is, yeah, the coloring is going right up to the edge of the line. That's exactly what I want. So I went back to the ink layer. And I hit the magic wand so I can select. And I'm holding the control button down. And you say, well, you're selecting a whole lot of stuff. Yep, I am. I'm going to select a whole lot of areas here. This works great for cartoons. Then I go back to the coloring layer. And I just start filling in. I think I had to zoom in to get the thumb there. Now, the tie is blue, but I colored it pink. You change the color. It's like one step after. So I make the shirt blue, but then I know that I really want it to be orange, so I change it afterwards. I made the tongue yellow, or orange rather, but then I changed it to red. It's just this little quirk of Paint.net. The problem is if you change the color that of the area you just, and you're still in the area you just did, it'll make that a different color. So, and I wanted to just double check whether I did his toenail, and I didn't. I think I just did that with the brush. It was just easier. And I had to use the color picker to make sure that I got that. Now the next trick is a little background will make this look really, I think, more professional. Oh, and I saw a little mistake there that I didn't like. So you can see up in his eye. I can still make corrections on the inking layer if I want. There's a little bump there on his left eye. And I just took that out, no problem. I just used the white paintbrush. So you can still make some adjustments on the ink layer. Now I'm going to put another layer over the background, and we'll just put a blue sky. We won't do anything too fancy. I'll go over here to colors and pick the blue there. Now what I want is a fuzzy background, almost like a paintbrush or an airbrush. I've never used a real airbrush, but I think we've all used at least spray paint. I should say spray paint. So I took the hardness down to 13%. It's not a magic number. 10% would be fine. Take it way, way down, though. Make the brush really big. I went with 800. That's a really big brush. The bigger the brush, the fuzzier the edge you're going to get there. And I'm just getting a Skype message. Sorry about that. And then we're going to erase here, because I want to clean it up. I have to learn to turn Skype off when I'm recording. And you can see this did not take long. But there's a problem. His eyes are really blue. No problem. Just erase that part of the fill layer. And we're right back to white because there's a white background. And that's how we color Fred.